Your involvement in harness racing spans many years. Tell us how it all began.
Yeah, it began probably in the early 80s when I worked for Murray Gray, and he had horses and we started there. Plus the old man had horses when I was a kid. We used to follow them around quite a bit.
Now, of course, your association with Murray Gray, you were both shearers way back too, weren't you?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it now, but we were, yes.
Now tell me, your father, obviously he had horses, all standard breds?
No, he had both. He had gallopers and standard breds. He liked the gallops a lot more than the standard breds. He had the odd standard bred. He won the Wyndham Cup in 1964 and ran second in the second leg of the double with a horse called Stan Orman, and Gil Shirley training for him.
Oh right, so it was always, you know, in your life when you were young, getting around the races and whatnot?
Yeah, Mum loved the trot, so I always used to take her to the trots here, and the old man used to go to the gallops, so yeah, sort of that's how it ended up this way.
Now, how did you get your first horse, or when did you get your first horse?
Grant Sim, I was involved with Grant Sim as well, and I bought a little horse called Sorry Low Bow off him through Murray Gray. Then he was a 2-year-old we had in the kindergarten stakes years ago, 1984 or 5, I think. Yeah, so that was my first involvement for, I bought it off Grant Sim.
And did he give you a few wins?
No, he didn't go too good in the kindergarten. He lost a couple of 100 metres, and there's a 3-year-old, we sent him up to John Hay, and he got him going real good, and we sold him as an early 3-year-old without going to the races.
Well, that was a great start to the industry then. You got a bit of money in the kitty straight away. Have you got any idea how many winners you've owned?
Yeah, I think it's 33.
And most of them have been trotters, haven't they?
Yeah, all bar 10. We've had 10 pacing ones, yeah.
So why the like of the trotters? How did that come about?
Oh, just the way they go, and we had probably our first one was a little horse called Pride of Man, and he could trot or pace, it didn't worry him. And we liked him, and I've just stuck with trotters. It was easy to win trotting races back those days. If you could trot, you could win.
Now, you've worked very hard to achieve what you have achieved in racing. Has it always been your hobby?
Yeah, I think so. I've got all sports as my hobby, but racing is one of my ones that I like the most. I suppose I've invested the most money, I guess.
Now, not only are you an owner and a breeder, which we'll touch on later, but you are a sponsor through your company Hecton Products, known for the Country Cups final in recent years.
Yeah, I've got a partner, young Aaron, in the business, and we decided to try the Country Cups final. It's been successful for us, so we're just sticking with it, yeah.
Now, for our viewers that don't know, just tell us about Hecton Products and what the business does.
Oh, we're just a small engineering firm that makes all farm equipment, from sheep handlers to gates to wrought iron fences, and also now onto the dairy feed system. So yeah, we've grown quite a lot over the last few years, yeah.
Yeah, now you're a very busy man, so obviously, yeah, the business has just grown and gone from strength to strength.
Yeah, certainly wouldn't be able to do it on my own like I used to, that's for sure, Now,
your winners over the years have been shared amongst a few trainers, but what's made you settle on Nathan Williamson in recent times?
Oh, well, we had a bit of luck with Phil Williamson, obviously, and Nathan was coming south, so it's great to have a good young fella come south. So we stuck a horse with him or two, and he's talked us into buying another one and stuff like that. So that's basically why we've stuck with Nathan, yeah.
We'll just touch on your most recent purchase, Major Deed, the 3-year-old colt. I think you owned him for about 5 days, and he duly produced a win.
Yeah, no, it's good. Makes it easy, doesn't it? He's a good little horse, and it was Nathan's idea to look at him and purchase him, so we did.
And of course he followed that one up with another one 4 or 5 days later, so you sort of had 2 wins within 10 days. Yeah,
no, he's a good horse. Yeah, he's certainly paid his interest for the last week.
Now I'm sure there's offers on the table because he has looked quite good in his 2 starts, his 2 wins. Any temptation to sell?
Yeah, I'll sell, but I'm not too worried. If they want to buy him, they can buy him, but they'll pay for him, of course.
So it could be a good return on your investment, Artie?
It may be.
Now, just to touch on Galaxy Hunter 2, another nice horse that you've got, a 4-year-old Thanksgiving trotter. 12 starts, 3 wins, 2 placings. What has been the highlights of his career for you?
I think he's his 2-year-old racing as a young horse. He's a good-natured little horse. I like him. He's a special horse.
And he's back in work here now at Nathan's. How far away is he from the workouts?
Yeah, Nathan said he hopes to get him going first week of November, so we just leave it to him. He tells us when he's ready to go, and he goes. I don't know you a thing, baby. I don't know you a thing. I don't know you a thing, baby. I don't know you a thing. Well, we ain't getting married. I ain't buying you no diamond ring.
And what others have you got in training that we need to know about? I'm sure there's more than the two we've discussed.
We got we had a little 3-year-old filly here at Nathan's as well, Shaw Sawn, a Sundown filly. We've got Regal Image at Brett Gray's, taken over from Murray, of course. We've got I've got a Monkey Bones getting broken in by Brad Morris. I've got a weekend at Bruni's in the North Island, and we've got a galloper in the North Island also.
Yes, now just tell us about your galloper, because it's got a bit of ability too, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's had 5 starts, I think, for the furthest back for 7. It's perfectly ready. From a farmer friend of mine that we sold some gear to, he took us into taking a percentage of this horse, yeah. Okay. Her brother's a real good horse in Australia, Western Symbol.
Okay, so what's its name?
Ours is Perfect Symbol, yeah.
Okay, well that's one for the punters to keep an eye out. Now you've been a buyer at the yearling sales for quite a few years. It's definitely been a buyer's market of late.
Yeah, I haven't had much luck at the yearling sales though. I've bought 2 or 3 and I've lost them, within a short period of time. This year we thought we had a special one, and we had a paddock accident, and he had to be put down by the vets, yeah.
Right, so you've sort of also branched into the breeding. Well, I know you have been breeding for a few years. How many mares are you breeding from?
Yeah, just 2. We're breeding from, there's a group of us breeding from Fine and Sunny, and also bred a monster. She was a monster, but I think she'll lead something one day.
Now, of course, we'll just touch on Bred a Monster, of course, one of the many winners you've had over the years. What would be, I know this is probably a pretty tricky question, out of all the winners you've had, who would be the nicest horse in your eyes?
Oh, Black Attack's the nicest horse we had, but Bred a Monster's the most special one we had. It was on my birthday, and we had the Ramfurly Shield, so that was the best. But okay. Black Attack's by far the best horse we've had.
Now, of course, Black Attack won, 5, was it?
7. Yeah,
7 for Phil Williamson. So I guess Nathan was driving it, so that's where you got to know them.
Yeah, he won 1 for Doug McLaughlin, and I think he won 1 for Davey Butt, and the rest was with Phil. But he was never sound. He only had a couple of decent legs. And
now just getting back to your mares, do you find the sire selection, is that something, you spend a lot of time deliberating on what size you're going to send them to, or are you seeking advice from other people?
Yeah, well, the first one was Fine and Sunny, and we asked Phil Williamson. He said either go to Amber Invasion or Monarchy. So we went to Amber Invasion, we got a filly, and we went to Monarchy, and we got a colt, which we've put in the sales for this year.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. So you're breeding for both, a bit to race and a bit for the sales?
Yeah, I think we're going to try one in the sales and let someone else help us out to see if the breed will carry on.
Now, syndicates, you own quite a few of your horses on your own account, but you have got a lot of people involved in syndicates, people who would have been new to the industry.
Yeah, I quite like the syndicates. I've got a lot of friends in syndicates, but the latest one we've got is the 16 of us in a horse, and there's I think the 6 of us have raced horses before. It's a Waikiwi rugby team, boys.
Oh, right.
And yeah, just going to have a bit of fun, hopefully.
So those newcomers to the syndicate, they're enjoying the journey so far?
Yeah, we haven't made anything yet, but they're enjoying. They will certainly enjoy the race day, you can bet you on that.
Now, do you think that syndicates is the way of the future, Artie, with the rising costs associated with having horses in work?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it helps a lot, bringing a lot of young people into the, when you're only going to pay $100 a month or $50 a month, it helps bring a lot of young guys into the industry, which helps the industry, doesn't it?
Now, have you got any young ones, that are showing a bit of promise that we need to know about? Any yearlings or rising or 2-year-olds? Yeah,
not that I know of. The ones that are showing a bit of promise is the one that obviously won the 2 races in a week. Yeah.
Now he's spelling for a few days. What's the plan with him?
Yeah, Nate said he suggested he gives him a week off, and then we'll come back for Northern South, and that's his plan. And I think he said Supremacy Stakes heats after that. We'll just see if he can make it. If he can't make it, we're not going to cry.
And of course that's Major D, so good luck with him. Thank you.
Yeah, no, hopefully he'll be the one.
That's all right.